My biggest hope for West Virginia is for the youth to have choices.
So we're all here as guides and coaches, facilitators, colleagues.
What do you do when you're faced with a challenge that just seems ridiculous?
I graduated from Marshall back in 2016. After I graduated, this is my first job out of school. And so throughout this process of finding my role at Intuit, one of them was learning D for D.
Design for Delight is what Intuit calls their design thinking. And Design for Delight is how we solve problems and how we innovate. So we utilize a three-pronged model, which is deep customer empathy. So we want to really understand and get to know the customer better than they know themselves.
The second principle of Design for Delight is go broad to go narrow. It probably takes 1,000 ideas to get one really, really good idea. The third Design for Delight principle is rapid experimentation with customers. And this is the idea that you can learn so much by experimenting directly with people.
This type of innovative thinking is so productive, not only in being able to build products, but how to influence change. We're not being taught this where I come from. And so how do you bring this type of thinking to a state and to a region that needs it the most?
We headed out to Marshall University to teach these rockstar students to solve some really big, important problems that they face in West Virginia.
The grand challenges are substance abuse, education of young people, and the opportunity of bringing more technology companies to West Virginia. It was a 2-day boot camp where we had the goals of exposing the students to, hey, this is how we innovate, here are some tools and methodologies and principles to apply to these big challenges.
We brought in guests of people that they were going to be actually interacting with in the real world. So it's really been amazing to see how they've really kind of grabbed onto these concepts and are applying it.
These aren't hypothetical things, these aren't maybes or concepts or anything like that. These are real ideas that the teams are going to be encouraged to go out and test out in the real world with real people.
What surprised me was the flexibility and actually the learning curve speed and the uptake from the Marshall students may be a new land speed record.
It went into we have guests for you to talk to, we have people to interview, and it was very a fast pace, that it wasn't just sitting in a lecture taking notes.
What really sticks with me and drives me is the whole empathy. People have lost that connection to be able to connect or feel with one another. That was something that I really find unique and Design for Delight.
And the more that I learn here, I can just take everything, especially from the experience that I'm getting here, and just throw it full force at West Virginia.
Growing up in West Virginia and witnessing a lot of the stuff that we're talking about firsthand, it's really awesome to see all these people together collaborating.
It makes me feel like I matter. It makes me feel like my input matters and our community matters. The opportunities this is presenting us with, we wouldn't have had elsewise.
I feel the most pride of my state that I've ever felt, because I think it's really popular to say, everyone forgot about West Virginia. We thought everyone forgot about us, and people are listening now. I could see that appreciation in the people that were there, that, hey, we're here, hey, there's hope, and hey, we're listening, and we're going to help you solve this.